Man, Ryan Rucco, Mr. You Bet himself, and Rebecca Lobo ended up bringing up how players have been getting away with fouling Caitlin Clark live on right here. They're talking about this right here where JJ was holding the arm. Okay. Then they're talking about this moment right here too. Right. She's reaching through the body, reaching both sides, both arms through the body right here. So they're talking about this one. They're talking about right here on the SWAT down. It looked like she hit her hand just a tad bit.
Did Ryan Rocco and Rebecca Lobo just call out the WNBA refs on TV? Yes, they did. What was supposed to be a normal game where they talk about basketball turned into them telling the truth about how Caitlin Clark gets hurt game after game, while the refs act like they don't see anything. No calls, they don't pay attention, and nobody gets in trouble. When the people talking on TV start getting upset live on air, you know something is really wrong. This wasn't just talking about the game, it was like they were trying to help fix a big problem. The message was super clear. This can't keep happening. So, let's go back and look at what happened, play by play, and it's pretty bad. Write in the comments what you think about the bad WNBA refs. Let's go.
Right here, they're talking about this right here where JJ was holding the arm. Okay. Then they're talking about this moment right here too. Right. She's reaching through the body, reaching both sides, both arms through the body right here. So they're talking about this one. They're talking about right here on the SWAT down. It looked like she hit her hand just a tad bit here. She was calling this a foul. This is Rebecca Lobo talking. Right, she called this a foul, and then we have this hit right here off JJ Quinterly, all right on the arm right here. She calling this a foul too. All right.
It's not like Caitlin Clark is the only one getting hit, but somehow she's always the one getting beaten up without anyone getting in trouble. It happens so much, you could probably guess when it's going to happen. Caitlin gets hit hard. Refs don't care. Fans get really mad, and the league acts like nothing is wrong. People on social media are making jokes about it, asking, what will Caitlin survive tonight? Like the WNBA has secret rules where you can tackle someone as long as their jersey says Clark. We're watching more wrestling than basketball these days, and still no whistle. Just bruises and people on TV looking shocked.
So I'm going to just change the scenery and then I'm going to let y'all hear the audio, okay?
The ball handler. There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. I mean,
all of those
are fouls. Every single one of them. And here, that's a foul, and finally they call.
Yo, straight calling them out, man. Straight calling them out. And I expected it, you know, because they are straightforward. They speak highly of Caitlin. So when they see the nonsense, man, of course they're going to say something. And
sure, all players get hit sometimes, but the way Clark gets hit isn't normal basketball. It's like someone is trying to hurt her on purpose. Every game is full of elbows, hip bumps, and grabbing. And while fans and the people talking on TV look really surprised, the refs look like they're staring at clouds in the sky. Caitlin isn't just playing against the other team. She's playing in a place where the rules change just because of who she is, and the refs act like they're watching a totally different movie, not basketball. Maybe an action movie, maybe Harry Potter Quidditch, but definitely not the same game we're seeing.
Rebecca Lobo this past Sunday, Indiana Fever versus Dallas Wings on ESPN. When it comes to announcers speaking out, this might have been the most outspoken announcers have been when it comes to the egregious officiating, but more importantly, the non-calls. When Caitlin Clark is getting grabbed, getting held, getting yanked, getting hugged, getting hacked. Rebecca Lobo said, okay, Sunday, July 13th, I'm going to make sure it's my mission that when I start calling this game, I start calling a spade and holding these referees to the fire.
And this isn't just paint contact we're talking about. It's not about scrappy play under the rim.
And this isn't just getting bumped near the basket. It's not about tough play under the hoop. Clark is getting beaten up from the moment someone throws the ball in. From one end of the court to the other, it's 94 feet of crazy stuff happening. With no one stopping it, she's not being guarded. She's trying to survive. The whistle doesn't just stay quiet, it seems to disappear completely. And by doing this, the referees have made every time she tries to score into a test of how much pain a player can take before they get really upset at this point. You have to wonder if the refs are watching the same world as the rest of us.
Finally, they're saying the quiet part out loud. It's a little bit hard to see. She's literally grabbing her arm. It's insane, and none of that was called. Finally, at the end of the one play, they called the foul because it was like indisputable. I mean, she got whacked on the arm and then gets hit to the ground. But they weren't going to call any of the other fouls leading up to it.
But the worst part is how nothing makes sense. Some games you breathe too hard on someone and it's a really bad foul. Other nights, someone gets hit with an elbow in the ribs, and everyone says it's good defense. You'll see a player get called for barely touching someone, then right after, someone else gets body slammed. And nothing happens at all. One moment there are rules, the next moment there are no rules. And somehow it always seems to go against Caitlin Clark.
Yo, straight calling them out, man. Straight calling them out. And I expected it, because they are straightforward. They speak highly of Caitlin. So when they see the nonsense, man, of course they're going to say something. And I believe most of the commentators should be like that, man. Just keep it real, fam. Keep it real. Call it how you see it. And, whether the WNBA likes it or not, the commissioner likes it or not, Kathy likes it or not, speak your mind, man. That's what people want. They want the truth. So, man, shout out to Ruco, man. Shout out to Ruco. Shout out to Rebecca Lobo calling it.
Now try to explain this mess to someone who's never watched basketball before. You tell them Caitlin is the most exciting player in women's basketball. Then sit them down to watch her get knocked down by 3 defenders on her way to shoot. And nothing happens, not even a tiny whistle sound. Meanwhile, Ruoko and Lobo are having a breakdown on TV, trying to stay professional while clearly being shocked. They weren't just talking about a game, they were describing how the referees were making no sense. And in that moment, they said the kind of things that hit harder than getting hit by a screen. They stopped pretending everything was okay and simply said what we've all been thinking. This is crazy.
It's crazy how Caitlin Clark does not get her foul calls pointed out when they are actually fouling her left and right, all the way from half court all the way down to the back. I don't understand how the referees are standing there and they not call the foul. Her coaches have complained. Even Caitlin Clark gets on the referees of not calling the fouls when she knows there's.
And let's be honest, this isn't something new or recent. It's been going on for way too long. The unfair fouls, the things they don't see, the silence from the league. This is a story with more episodes than your favorite TV show. We've been here before. Different players, different years, but the same thing keeps happening. And now that it's happening on national TV in really clear video, with the best people talking about it sounding the alarm, the WNBA can't act surprised anymore. This is a crisis happening right in front of everyone.
You think the old guard, you think the old 46,000 fans had enough of a voice? No, they don't got no voice. The new fans need to speak up. The announcers who aren't scared need to speak up. I'm sure a lot of those old announcers are scared. I'm sure they're scared. But the announcers like Rebecca Lobo, Orion Ruco, they need to step up and say, oh, the officiating that's going on here isn't okay. You guys watch this. Quinterly grab Caitlin Clark's arm. Like, Caitlin, where you going? Get over here. Oh, that's interesting. Why play defense when we can just grab somebody's arm, right? Interesting. Quinterly putting her hands around Caitlin Clark's waist. Valentine's Day was a few months ago. Sorry.
Make no mistake, the league knows exactly what's happening. They have access to every camera angle you can imagine. Every play is recorded, cut up, and studied. This isn't some mystery that's hard to solve. It's obvious. The referees aren't missing things. They're letting things go. And the solution isn't hard. Call the game fairly. Train the refs better. Make clear rules that everyone has to follow. If you can put microphones on coaches and players, you can definitely hold referees responsible or at least call the obvious fouls. We're not asking for magic. We're asking for the basics. And it's really frustrating because the league is trying to get more people watching, more respect, and more attention while allowing this craziness to continue. They say they want to grow, that they're ready for everyone to watch. But how can you invite the world to watch and then leave your star players unprotected? It's like inviting people to a movie and refusing to fix the broken movie projector. The product gets worse, and so does what people think about it. And right now people think that Caitlin Clark has to survive a dangerous obstacle course every night while the refs keep pretending it's all part of the show.
Foul. As she gets body checked. That's a foul. That's a foul. I mean, it's not only until right now when she's finally whacked on the arm. I'm so happy that the broadcast team finally called it out directly. And it's so insane. And I talked about this in my video where I broke down the whole game. I mean, Enrique clearly fouls her, whacks her. Caitlin Clark gets fouled. I mean, just even right now, I actually kind of paused it perfectly, not even on purpose. You can see both hands on her body, up against her chest. You can't play defense like that. I don't care what random person in the comment section tries to convince you otherwise. That's not defense.
You watch Caitlin Clark fighting through triple teams.
You watch Caitlin Clark fighting through 3 people guarding her, arms moving everywhere, sneakers squeaking on the floor, taking hit after hit, while the referee stands just a few feet away, blinking like they're waiting for God to tell them before using the whistle. The TV camera shows a close-up as Caitlin gets pushed into the scorer's table like a crash test dummy. Everyone sees it, fans see it, the people talking on TV react, and replays show every brutal moment in slow motion. Still no whistle. Maybe the refs have headphones in. Maybe they're doing a silent protest. Who knows? And no, this isn't about asking for special treatment. It's about expecting the bare minimum from the people running the game. You shouldn't need to wrap her in bubble wrap or put a giant handle with care sign on her back. Just call the game fairly, that's it, because right now, watching Caitlin play feels more like a haunted house experience. Something's always jumping out at her. And the refs act like they saw a shadow and not a full body takedown some nights. Random fans on Twitter could do a better job refereeing than the actual crew.
Caitlin Clark does not have a special whistle in the WNBA, unlike some other players. Asia Wilson. Every time you touch Asia Wilson, she's going for the free throw. And the announcers definitely will say she's one player that gets a lot of fouls going on her. She goes to the free throws. Brianna Stewart, she gets a lot of foul calls.
Let's be clear, Caitlin Clark isn't some player who barely made the team. She's the #1 pick, the face of the league, and the reason arenas are packed with people. But she's being treated by the refs like a walk-on who accidentally made the roster. The no calls she gets are confusing, and it's not about favoritism, it's about fairness. You can't push for equality in women's sports while letting your biggest star get knocked around without consequence. Even the people talking about the game on TV are speaking up now. Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco, who usually stay neutral, are clearly frustrated. Paige Buchers even said in an interview she had to relearn how to defend by fouling, because clean defense just doesn't work anymore. That's not basketball. That's chaos. Fans aren't asking for special treatment, just consistency. If a bump is a foul for one player, it should be for everyone, even if that player is on a billboard in Times Square. Back in college, Caitlin took contact, got the whistle, shot her free throws, and kept going. Now she gets elbowed, hits the floor, and nothing happens. The difference is too obvious to ignore. Lobo is literally circling missed calls on national television, turning commentary into cross-examination. It feels like there's a different set of rules for Caitlin, and it's starting to look intentional. The league stays silent, but fans and broadcasters are over it. If the WNBA wants to grow, it needs to protect its stars. Caitlin didn't sign up to be the face of a league that can't even keep her on her feet. It's time to blow the whistle seriously. Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next.